The video plays on my phone screen, and I can't stop watching my father's smug face as he accepts his promotion to superintendent. His perfectly pressed suit, that rehearsed humble smile, it makes my stomach turn. 4 years, and he still wears the same navy tie with diagonal stripes, the one mother bought him for their 20th anniversary. My name is Kendra, and I shouldn't care about any of this anymore. I deleted all my family's social media years ago, but Sophie just had to send me this clip. "Thought you should see this," her message read. As if I needed another reminder of the perfect family image they maintain while pretending I don't exist. "Is that him?" Daniel appears behind me, his hand gentle on my shoulder. "You okay?" I nod, but my fingers are trembling as I replay the moment where father thanks his loving family for their support. The camera pans to Mother and Emily in the front row, both wearing matching pearl necklaces. My sister's smile is brittle around the edges. I wonder if anyone else notices. "What a performance," I mutter, closing the video. Did you catch how he didn't even mention Tyler? Or me? Just his 2 decades of dedication to family values and education. The words taste bitter in my mouth. Daniel sits beside me on our worn leather couch, the one we bought secondhand when we first moved in together. "You don't have to watch this stuff, Ken. It's not good for you." "No, I needed to see it." I stand up, pacing our small living room. Through the nursery door, I can hear our son's soft breathing during his afternoon nap. They're hosting this big community celebration next month. Everyone who's anyone in the district will be there. "Kendra." Daniel's voice carries that note of concern I've grown familiar with. "Whatever you're thinking, I'm thinking it's time." I stop pacing, meeting his worried gaze. Time everyone knew what kind of man William Preston really is. What kind of parents abandon their pregnant teenage daughter? What kind of people hide the existence of their disabled son for 30 years? My phone buzzes. Another message from Sophie. This time, it's a link to the event details, complete with press coverage information. My father's face beams from the promotional banner. His campaign slogan beneath, "Building better futures through family values." They made their choice 4 years ago. Daniel reminds me gently. We've built something good here without them. I look at the family photos on our wall. Genuine moments of joy captured with Daniel, our son, Aunt Evelyn, and Uncle Marcus, the family we chose. But there's this hollow space inside me that won't heal, not while they continue spreading their lies. "Tyler called yesterday," I say quietly. "He wants to meet again. Says he has something important to tell me about father." Daniel's expression shifts. He knows about Tyler now. About the half-brother my parents abandoned long before they abandoned me. The secret that could shatter their carefully constructed facade. My phone buzzes one more time. It's Emily. "Saw Sophie sent you the video. Please don't do anything stupid. Some things are better left in the past." I delete her message without responding. Emily made her choice when she married Brian, my ex, the one who walked away when I told him I was pregnant. The perfect couple in my parents' perfect world. "Whatever you decide," Daniel says, standing to pull me close. "I'm with you. Just be sure it's what you really want." Revenge has a way of burning everyone involved. I lean into his embrace, but my mind is already racing with possibilities. The community celebration is exactly 1 month away. Plenty of time to gather evidence, to connect with Tyler, to plan how we'll finally make them face the truth they've buried for so long. "They thought they could just erase us," I whisper. But some stories refuse to stay hidden. In the nursery, our son stirs and lets out a small cry. As I move to comfort him, I catch my reflection in the hallway mirror. I see Mother's chin, Father's eyes, and something entirely my own. Determination. Emily's text arrives while I'm feeding my son his breakfast. "Coffee at Marcus and Evelyn's cafe? We need to talk." The message sits there, deceptively casual, as if we're still the sisters who used to share everything. I wipe pureed carrots from Jamie's chin, studying his innocent face. He has Daniel's gentle eyes, thank God. Nothing of Brian in him at all. "You don't have to go," Daniel says from behind his laptop, where he's working on his latest design project. Emily made her choice when she married him. But I'm already reaching for my phone. Actually, I do. I type quickly. Noon. Don't bring Brian. The cafe is quiet when I arrive. The lunch rush not yet begun. Uncle Marcus spots me first, his expression darkening slightly. He knows what day it is. The anniversary of when they threw me out. She's in the back corner. He says quietly, squeezing my shoulder. Want me to hover nearby? I shake my head. I've got this. Emily sits primly at our usual table, wearing one of Mother's hand-me-down blazers. Her wedding ring catches the light as she stirs her latte, the ring that should have been mine, before Brian decided a pregnant girlfriend wasn't part of his 5-year plan. You look tired, she says by way of greeting. Babies do that. I slide into the seat across from her. What do you want, Em? Mother's worried. She saw you watching Father's speech online, multiple times. Of course she did. Sophie probably told Brian, who told Emily, who told Mother. The perfect information chain. Fascinating how she tracks my online activity but couldn't be bothered to meet her grandson. Emily's perfectly manicured fingers tighten around her cup. You know how it is. Appearances matter more than actual family? I cut in. Yeah, I got that message 4 years ago. A muscle twitches in Emily's jaw. The same tell she had when we were kids, hiding secrets from our parents. There's more at stake than you realize, Ken. Father's position, the family's reputation. What about Tyler's position? The words slip out before I can stop them. Emily goes very still. The color drains from her face, and for a moment I see the sister I used to know. The one who used to sneak into my room late at night, whispering about escape plans we never followed through on. How do you... She swallows hard. Who told you about him? Does it matter? What matters is that I know. About our half-brother, about what they did to him. What they did to me wasn't their first time abandoning family. It wasn't like that, Emily hisses, leaning forward. Tyler needed specialized care. They couldn't handle... Save it. I stand up abruptly, my chair scraping against the floor. You know what's funny? I actually came here hoping you'd be different. That maybe you'd finally choose to do the right thing. Ken, please. Emily grabs my wrist. Whatever you're planning for the celebration next month, don't. Some secrets need to stay buried. I look down at her hand, at the ring that symbolizes every betrayal between us. Like how you and Brian were seeing each other behind my back months before I got pregnant. That kind of secret? She releases me as if burned. The truth hangs between us, finally spoken after 4 years. I didn't... She starts, but can't finish. Didn't what? Mean to hurt me? That's the problem with our family, Em. Nobody ever means to hurt anyone. They just do what's best for appearances, for reputation, for Father's precious career. Uncle Marcus appears with a fresh coffee, his timing perfect. Everything okay here? Fine, Emily says quickly, gathering her designer purse. I should go. Brian's waiting. Of course he is. I watch her retreat, noting how her shoulders hunch slightly. Another tell from our childhood, when she knew she was in the wrong but wouldn't admit it. You okay, kiddo? Marcus asks softly. I pull out my phone, opening the message Tyler sent me last night. A photo of him as a child, hidden away in some specialized facility, while Father built his empire of family values and Mother pretended she'd only ever had 2 perfect daughters. I will be, I say, hitting reply, once everyone knows the truth. Marcus studies me carefully. Your aunt might have some things to tell you, about Tyler, about your parents, when you're ready to hear them. I look up sharply, catching the weight in his words. There's more. There's always more with this family. I'm ready now. Aunt Evelyn's hands shake as she pulls the dusty photo album from the top shelf of her closet. We're sitting in her bedroom, the same room where I slept those first few weeks after being thrown out, crying myself to sleep while cradling my growing belly. Your mother made me swear, she says, settling beside me on the bed. But I can't keep carrying this anymore. The album's leather cover is cracked, its pages yellowed. A hospital bracelet falls out as she opens it. Faded blue, dated 30 years ago. Tyler wasn't born with disabilities, Evelyn says quietly. The accident happened when he was 2. My fingers trace the bracelet. What accident? William was watching him, or supposed to be. She turns a page, revealing a toddler's bright smile. He was on the phone with the school board about a promotion. Tyler fell down the stairs. The room suddenly feels too small, too warm. I stand up, pacing like I do when Jamie's colicky. Father always said Tyler was born that way, that they couldn't handle a special needs child. Your father says a lot of things. Evelyn's voice carries an edge I've never heard before. Martha wanted to keep him, but William, he said it would ruin his career trajectory. A principal with a disabled son? The community would question his competence. My phone buzzes. Another message from Emily. I ignore it. There's more. Evelyn continues, pulling out an envelope. Medical records, payment arrangements to the facility, all in Martha's name, so nothing would trace back to William. Did Emily know? She was only 5 when it happened. They told her Tyler died. Evelyn's hands clench around the envelope. Marcus and we visited him when we could, until William threatened to ruin Marcus's business if we didn't stop. A photo slips from the album. Tyler at maybe 16, in a wheelchair, Evelyn and Marcus on either side of him. His smile is different now, but his eyes, they're father's eyes, like mine. Why tell me this now? Because Tyler contacted us last week. He's planning to attend William's celebration. She meets my gaze steadily. He wants to tell his story. My phone buzzes again. This time it's a text from an unknown number. We should meet. I have father's old journals. T. The pieces click together. Emily's panic at the cafe, mother's sudden interest in my online activity, father's rushed promotion celebration. They know he's back, I whisper. That's why they're pushing this event so quickly. William's already trying to discredit Tyler, Evelyn confirms, calling him disturbed, unreliable, claims he's just after money. I laugh, but it comes out harsh. Like he claimed I was just being rebellious and irresponsible? Kendra... Evelyn reaches for my hand, but I pull away. No, I'm done with their lies. I grab the envelope of records, my hands steady now. Tyler deserves justice. We both do. My phone lights up with Emily's 3rd message. Mother knows you're at Evelyn's. She found Tyler's letters. Please, Ken, don't do this to the family. The family? I say aloud, my voice rising. What about what they did to us? Evelyn stands, pulling another box from under her bed. There's something else you should see. Letters Martha wrote to Tyler but never sent. And... She hesitates. Documents about other children. Before Tyler. My breath catches. What other children? Your father had another family, before Martha. A wife and daughter who disappeared after threatening to expose his abusive behavior. She pulls out a newspaper clipping, dated 25 years ago. The official story was they moved away, but I stare at the grainy photo of a woman who could be Mother's twin, holding a little girl. The article mentions a custody dispute, then nothing. My phone buzzes one final time. Tyler. I'm outside Evelyn's house. Time to talk about what really happened to Sarah and Rebecca Preston. I look at Evelyn, seeing the weight of decades of secrets in her eyes. Who are Sarah and Rebecca? Your father's first wife and daughter. She hands me the newspaper. And if William finds out you know about them, he'll do worse than just disown you. Some secrets are buried deeper than others. Through the window, I see a car pulling up. A man in a wheelchair emerges with help from his caregiver, my half-brother, the living proof of our father's greatest failure. Then it's time to start digging, I say, gathering the evidence of our family's darkest truths. All of it. Daniel finds me at the kitchen table at 3 a.m, surrounded by father's old journals and Tyler's medical records. The coffee's long gone cold, but my hands won't stop shaking anyway. Jamie's going to be up in a few hours. He says softly, but I barely hear him. Listen to this, I say, pushing a journal entry toward him. March 15th, 1992. Sarah threatened to go public today. Claims she has proof. She doesn't understand what's at stake. My career, my future. Some sacrifices are necessary. I flip through more pages. 2 weeks later, they disappeared. Daniel sits beside me, his designer's eyes scanning the scattered papers. Have you told Tyler about this? He's the one who found the journals, in a storage unit registered to Mother. I run my fingers over the faded ink. Father's first wife and daughter didn't just move away. They vanished. No forwarding address, no school records, nothing. My phone lights up. Emily again. 17 missed calls since yesterday. She knows something. I mutter. Emily was 5 when Tyler had his accident, but she remembers more than she's saying. Ken? Daniel hesitates, choosing his words carefully. What exactly are you planning to do with all this? Before I can answer, another text arrives. From Brian, of all people. Emily's not eating, not sleeping. Whatever you're planning, please stop. I laugh, the sound harsh in our quiet kitchen. Now he cares about someone's well-being? You need to be careful, Daniel says, gathering the scattered papers. These accusations, if they're true, my father's not just a manipulative bastard who abandoned his children. He's... The word sticks in my throat. A knock at the door makes us both jump. It's 4 a.m. No one should be here. Daniel moves toward the door while I quickly shove the papers into a folder. Sophie? Daniel's voice carries his surprise. She bursts in, still wearing her work clothes from the late shift at the hospital. You need to see this. She thrusts her phone at me. It just came across my desk. A Jane Doe from '92. Cold case, recently reopened. My hands go numb as I stare at the photo. A woman in her 30s, found in a ravine 2 counties over. No identification. Cause of death. Inconclusive. Look at her hands, Sophie whispers. The woman's right hand bears a distinctive ring, a silver band with a unique pattern. I've seen that ring before, in the old photos Evelyn showed me. Sarah Preston's wedding ring. There's more, Sophie continues. The detective who reopened the case? He received an anonymous tip last week, right after your father's promotion was announced. Jamie's cry pierces the silence, and I realize I'm gripping the phone so hard my knuckles have gone white. Daniel goes to check on our son, leaving me with Sophie and this horrible revelation. Tyler, I breathe. He must have known. My phone buzzes again. Mother this time. We need to talk. About Sarah. About what really happened that night. The room spins slightly. All my plans for exposing Father's hypocrisy at his celebration suddenly seem small, childish even. This isn't about ruined reputations anymore. This is about... Kendra? Sophie touches my arm. What are you going to do? I look at the scattered evidence of my father's crimes. The journals, the medical records, the photos of a dead woman wearing my father's first wife's ring. The celebration is in 3 weeks. Every important person in the district will be there, watching Father accept his accolades for being an upstanding pillar of the community. I'm going to need your help, I tell Sophie. Both of you. This isn't just about revenge anymore. Daniel returns with Jamie, our son's presence a stark reminder of what's at stake. One wrong move, and history might repeat itself. Father's already proven what he's capable of when his reputation is threatened. We should call the police, Daniel suggests, but I shake my head. Not yet. First, we need to find Rebecca, Sarah's daughter. If she's still alive, she's the key to everything. I look at the photo of the Jane Doe one more time. And Emily. Emily knows something. She has to. My phone lights up with one final message. Tyler. Found Rebecca. She's been closer than you think. Meet tomorrow? I stare at the text, my heart pounding. Somewhere in the darkness, a car door slams and headlights sweep across our kitchen window. I freeze, wondering if Father already knows what we've discovered. The game has changed. This isn't about family shame anymore. It's about justice. And maybe, just maybe, preventing another tragedy before history repeats itself. The cafe's security cameras catch everything. On Sophie's laptop screen, I watch Emily slip through the back door at midnight, passing a thick envelope to a man whose face stays hidden in shadow. 3 nights before Father's celebration. "Play it again," Tyler says from beside me, his wheelchair positioned at the perfect angle to see the screen. We've been holed up in Sophie's apartment for hours, reviewing footage Marcus secretly installed after Emily's suspicious visits. The timestamp matches when Father made that call to the detective, Sophie points out, rewinding the video. The one who suddenly dropped the reopened investigation into Sarah's case. My fingers drum against the table, muscle memory from years of anxiety under Father's roof. Emily's always been their perfect messenger. Clean hands, spotless reputation. Unlike some of us, Tyler says with a bitter smile, gesturing to himself. The door opens and Daniel enters with takeout bags. "Jamie's down for his nap at your aunt's," he tells me, but his eyes linger on the scattered evidence across Sophie's dining table. News clippings, medical records, Father's journals, a paper trail of destroyed lives. My phone buzzes. "Mother, Emily told us everything. About the cameras, about Tyler. Please, sweetheart, let's discuss this privately. Family matters should stay within the family." "Family matters," I echo, the words tasting like ash. Like Sarah's murder was a family matter? Tyler's hand finds mine, squeezing gently. "We're close, Ken. The celebration's the perfect moment. Everyone who matters will be there, watching their perfect superintendent accept his accolades." While wearing the watch he took from Sarah's body, Sophie adds, pulling up another photo. The distinctive gold timepiece gleams on Father's wrist in every public appearance since 1992. My phone buzzes again. Emily this time. "They know about Rebecca. She's not safe anymore." The room tilts slightly. "What does she mean they know about Rebecca?" Daniel asks, but I'm already dialing Aunt Evelyn's number. No answer. "Marcus said Emily's been asking about old storage units," Sophie says quietly. "One's registered to your mother." The pieces click together with horrifying clarity. "She's not just their messenger anymore," I whisper. "She's their cleaner, like Mother was for Father after Sarah." Tyler's wheelchair scrapes against the floor as he turns to face me fully. "There's something I haven't told you," he says, his voice tight. "About Rebecca. About why I really came back." But before he can continue, Sophie's laptop pings with an alert. New security footage, live from the cafe. Emily again, but this time she's not alone. A woman stands with her, their bodies tense in conversation. The woman's face is partially hidden, but I recognize the gesture she makes. The same nervous hair twist I do when stressed. "Rebecca," Tyler breathes. My phone lights up with a final message from Father. "The celebration begins at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Your sister tells me you've been quite busy. Remember, Kendra, everything I've done has been to protect this family. Don't make me protect it from you too." Daniel moves behind me, his hand warm on my shoulder. "We should call the police." "With what evidence?" Sophie counters. "Everything we have is circumstantial. And if Emily's warning about Rebecca is true, we need to move now," Tyler says firmly, "before they can hide her again. Or worse." I stare at the footage, at Emily and Rebecca locked in their tense exchange. My perfect sister, Father's loyal soldier, standing face to face with the daughter he erased 30 years ago. The celebration's elaborate plans mock us from a browser tab. Speeches, awards, community leaders gathered to honor William Preston's legacy of family values and educational excellence. "No," I say, standing abruptly. "We're done hiding in the shadows. They want to keep this in the family?" I grab Father's journal, the one detailing Sarah's final days. "Then let's make it a proper family reunion." "Kendra," Daniel starts, but I cut him off. "Call Marcus. Tell him to get Aunt Evelyn somewhere safe. Sophie, keep monitoring those cameras. And Tyler." I meet my brother's eyes, seeing my own determination reflected back. It's time to tell me everything about Rebecca. No more secrets. My phone buzzes one last time. An unknown number. Hello, little sister. We should talk before tomorrow. About father, about Sarah, about what really happens to people who threaten the Preston family name. The message is signed simply, R. The game has changed. Tomorrow's celebration won't just expose father's hypocrisy. It'll either end his reign of terror or add more names to his list of family casualties. And I'm done being afraid of making his precious list. The celebration hall gleams with false promises. Father stands at the podium, his superintendent's medal catching the light as he delivers his speech about family values and educational excellence. Mother and Emily sit in the front row. Perfect posture, perfect smiles, perfect lies. I clutch Tyler's evidence folder backstage, waiting for my cue. Daniel's text flashes on my phone. Police are here, ready when you are. But something's wrong. Emily's chair is empty now. And Rebecca hasn't answered since our meeting last night. Ladies and gentlemen, Father's voice booms through the speakers. Family isn't just about blood, it's about choices. My phone buzzes again. Unknown number. Check the basement storage room. Now. I shouldn't go alone. Should wait for Daniel, for Sophie, for the police. But my feet are already moving, carrying me down the service stairs. The basement lights flicker, casting shadows that remind me of childhood hiding places. The storage room door is ajar. Inside, Emily stands over an open filing cabinet, feeding documents into a portable shredder. You're too late, she says without turning around. Mother's already moved Rebecca, just like they moved Tyler all those years ago. Where is she? Safe. Safer than Sarah was, anyway. Emily's hands pause on a familiar-looking journal. Did you really think Father wouldn't have contingency plans? That he'd let you ruin everything he's built? Footsteps behind me. Mother's voice, soft and deadly. Oh, sweetheart, you should have stayed away. I spin around. Mother holds something in her hand. Sarah's watch, the twin to the one Father wears. The one missing from the evidence photos. Rebecca was never going to help you, Mother continues. She's been working with us for years. Who do you think kept Tyler's location secret? Who do you think made sure Sarah's case stayed cold? The realization hits like a physical blow. She's not Father's victim. She's his accomplice. She's family, Emily corrects, closing the now empty cabinet. The kind that understands what loyalty means. Upstairs, applause erupts as Father concludes his speech. Through the ceiling, I hear him introducing the next speaker, Rebecca herself, his surprise guest of honor. A touching story of reconciliation, Mother says, her smile sharp as broken glass. The long-lost daughter returning to support her father's legacy, much more compelling than your bitter accusations. My phone is dead. The evidence folder feels impossibly heavy. Tyler. I start, but Emily laughs. Had an unfortunate accident on his way here. Nothing fatal, just delayed. Indefinitely. The basement door clicks shut. Brian's voice carries through. All clear up here, sir. Ready when you are. Father's footsteps descend the stairs, each step echoing like a judge's gavel. He appears in the doorway, superintendent's medal gleaming. Sarah's watch on his wrist matching the one in Mother's hand. I tried to protect you from this, Ch1ldr, he says, his voice carrying that familiar disappointment. Tried to teach you about family loyalty, but you're just like Sarah, too stubborn to understand the greater good. The greater good? My voice cracks. You killed her. She killed herself, Mother corrects smoothly, just like you're about to do. The guilt of false accusations, the shame of trying to ruin your father's special day. The note's already in your handwriting. Emily's quite good at that. The shredder whirs one final time, destroying the last of Tyler's evidence. Above us, Rebecca's voice carries through the speakers, telling a heartwarming story of forgiveness and family redemption. Father steps closer, his shadow falling over me like it did when I was small. The question is, Ch1ldr, will you finally make the right choice? For your son's sake? The basement feels smaller suddenly, the walls closing in. Mother holds out a glass of water, 2 white pills nestled in her other palm. Emily watches with that perfect practice smile. Through the ceiling, applause thunders as Rebecca concludes her speech about the power of family bonds. My phone stays dark. Daniel doesn't come. Sophie doesn't come. The police don't come. The Preston family takes care of its own. Father's watch catches the light again. Sarah's last possession, worn like a trophy. In Mother's hand, its twin gleams with accusation. And somewhere above, Rebecca, the daughter who chose loyalty over justice, continues to sell their perfect lie to a crowd eager to believe in happy endings. Come now, sweetheart. Mother says softly, stepping forward with the pills. It's time to make things right. The basement lights flicker as Mother holds out the pills. Behind her, Father's shadow looms larger than life. But something catches my eye. A reflection in the watch on his wrist. A tiny red light, blinking steadily. Sophie's wireless camera, still transmitting. I take the glass of water, hand trembling. Before I do this, I want to know one thing. My voice breaks perfectly, just like Emily taught me when we were kids, practicing how to cry on command. Did Sarah beg? Father's composure cracks just slightly. She made her choice. Like Rebecca made hers? I lift the glass. To help you hide everything? Rebecca understood what family means. Mother says smoothly. What loyalty means. A noise upstairs. Footsteps, then Rebecca's voice cutting through the speakers. What loyalty meant was watching my mother die, standing guard while William Preston buried her in that ravine. I was 7 years old. Father lunges for the basement door, but it's already locked from the outside. Emily's perfect mask shatters as she realizes what's happening. You didn't actually think I'd trust you again, did you, Em? My hands steady now, I set down the untouched glass. Not after Brian. Not after Tyler. Through the ceiling, Rebecca continues, her voice carrying to every corner of the celebration hall. I played my part. The prodigal daughter returned to support her father's legacy. But every word, every meeting, every confession, it's all been recorded. Mother's hand shoots out, but I'm faster. The watch slips from her grasp, clattering across the floor. Tyler's accident wasn't an accident, I say, loud enough for Sophie's camera to catch. Was it, Father? You ungrateful... He starts forward, but freezes at the sound of police sirens. The thing about perfect families, I continue, backing toward the corner where the camera's hidden, is that they keep such detailed records. Mother's charitable foundation? Fascinating paper trail. All those payments to keep people quiet. Emily makes a small broken sound. The shredder was empty. Everything you thought you destroyed, already uploaded. Live streaming right now along with this entire conversation. Rebecca's voice cuts through again. My mother wasn't his first victim, but she'll be his last. The basement door bursts open. Daniel leads the charge, followed by police officers. Behind them, I glimpse Tyler in his wheelchair, very much alive and holding a tablet displaying multiple camera feeds. William Preston, an officer steps forward. You're under arrest for the murder of Sarah Preston, and Father moves with unexpected speed, reaching into his jacket. But before anyone can react, Emily throws herself between us. Don't, she screams. Please, Daddy, don't make it worse. The gun clatters to the floor. Emily kicks it away, her perfect posture finally breaking as she sobs. I wanted to believe in you, she whispers. Both of you. But Ken was right. You never loved us. We were just props in your perfect family picture. Mother lunges for the gun, but Rebecca appears in the doorway, Sarah's missing diary in her hands. It's over, Martha. All of it. As the officers move in, Father's facade crumbles completely. Everything I did, he snarls, was for this family's reputation. No, I say quietly, watching them handcuff my parents. Everything you did was for yourself. And now everyone knows exactly who you are. Emily stands frozen between us, torn between her lifetime of loyalty and the truth she can no longer deny. Finally, she turns to me. I'm sorry, she whispers. About Brian, about Tyler, about everything. I was so scared of becoming you that I became them instead. Upstairs, the celebration hall erupts with chaos as Rebecca finishes playing the recordings. 30 years of secrets, exposed in a single night. Daniel reaches for my hand as the officers lead my parents away. Through the basement door, I see Tyler and Sophie dismantling their surveillance setup, while Rebecca clutches her mother's diary, shoulders finally unburdened of its secrets. Was it worth it? Emily asks softly. All of this? I look at the scattered pieces of our family's facade. Mother's mask of perfection shattered. Father's legacy in ruins. The truth finally exposed to the light. Ask me again in 20 years, I reply, watching the last Preston family secret disappear into a police car. When we've all had time to build something real from these ashes. The courtroom empties slowly after the verdict. Life without parole for father, 15 years for mother. Justice served in clean, measured sentences that can't begin to capture 30 years of manipulation and murder. Emily lingers in the back row, clutching Brian's divorce papers. She hasn't signed them yet, but her wedding ring is gone. You did the right thing, Rebecca says, touching my arm. She's wearing Sarah's watch now, recovered from evidence after the trial. Your testimony, it gave others courage to come forward. Through the window, reporters cluster on the courthouse steps, hungry for statements about William Preston's fall from grace. Tyler watches them from his wheelchair, his memoir already climbing bestseller lists. Ken. Emily's voice is small, nothing like the perfect Preston daughter she used to be. There's something else you should know, about Jamie. My heart stutters. What about my son? Father. He was planning to take him. The night of the celebration. He had papers drawn up, claiming you were unfit. That's why She swallows hard. That's why I finally helped you. I couldn't let him destroy another child. The revelation hits like a physical blow. Daniel's hand finds mine, steady and warm. The Preston family legacy, Tyler says bitterly. Always about the children they could control. But Emily isn't finished. There's more. Other families, other children, Mother's Charity Foundation. It wasn't just about hiding their crimes. They were collecting information, building files on anyone who might threaten their image. Rebecca pulls out her phone, showing us a downloaded database. Hundreds of names, dates, secrets. The true extent of my parents' web of control. What do we do with it? Sophie asks quietly. I think of Jamie, safe at home with Aunt Evelyn. Of the childhood Tyler lost, the mother Rebecca mourned, the sister Emily almost became. Of all the other families wounded by my father's obsession with perfection. We burn it, I decide. All of it. Let their secrets die with their power. But, Emily starts, no more revenge, no more exposing people's pain. We end it here. Tyler nods slowly, understanding. Break the cycle. Outside, the reporter's cameras flash as father's lawyer makes a statement. Through the glass, I watch my father's carefully crafted world crumble into headlines and sound bites. I should have protected you. Emily whispers. Both of you. All of us. You can protect others now, Rebecca says. Help us make sure this never happens again. Daniel squeezes my hand. Ready to go home? But before I can answer, a court clerk approaches with an envelope. This was found in William Preston's cell this morning, addressed to Kendra. Inside is a single photograph. Father and mother on their wedding day, young and smiling. But it's what's written on the back that makes my blood freeze. Ask your mother about her sister. Some family secrets even I couldn't control. Emily looks over my shoulder, her face paling. Mother had a sister? The photograph trembles in my hands. Another legacy of lies waiting to be unraveled. Another generation of Preston secrets threatening to surface. But looking at my chosen family, Daniel's unwavering support, Tyler's hard-won strength, Rebecca's quiet resilience, even Emily's stumbling steps toward redemption, I realize something important. It doesn't matter, I say, tearing the photograph in half. Whatever secrets are left, they don't control us anymore. The pieces flutter to the floor like autumn leaves, leaving behind the taste of something that feels almost like freedom. Almost. As we leave the courthouse, Tyler hands me a flash drive. Security footage from Father's office. There's more about Mother's sister, about others. I pocket the drive without looking at it. Some truths can wait. Some battles can be fought another day. For now, Jamie needs his mother. Daniel needs his wife. And I need to learn how to live without the weight of revenge pressing against my ribs. The reporters surge forward, microphones thrust like weapons, asking how it feels to destroy my own family. I think of the torn photograph, of Emily's unsigned divorce papers, of Tyler's best-selling truth, of Rebecca's quiet victory, of all the ways family can break and rebuild and transform. You can't destroy what was never real, I tell them, and walk into the sunlight, leaving the Preston family legacy behind in the shadows where it belongs. Almost.